So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. So yesterday got a little surgerized and was not capable of even muddling my way through the grids when I got home from the clinic. And so you're talking about I went straight to bed. I knew it probably 6:30, maybe 6, and I slept till 6. It's like 12 hours. I don't remember getting up at all. No drink of water, nothing. I must have needed to sleep, but it's so good to be back, and I'm just so glad to be here. It feels good to be here in the studio. Feel good to be with you guys. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted that you're here to solve this grid with me, or you may be here to solve the grid. I may be here to just try futilely, but regardless, it's just a pleasure to be back. I got to share something with you that is really pretty awesome to me. About 3 or 4 years ago, when I was living near Trier, my parents came to visit, and we went shopping around one day and stumbled upon this old art dealer's place. And he had a collection of rare Mont Blanc fountain pens. And I saw this John Lennon commemorative edition, platinum and Japanese acrylic. Just a beautiful pen. And I had some issues with it. The cap wouldn't go on right, and then I dropped it. And anyway, it was going to be a process. So I haven't carried it in about 6 months. And you talk about being a miserable fella. But my mother and my father, Moti and Fatih, they surprised me. When they bought me the pen to begin with, and secondly, when they actually had it repaired for me by Mont Blanc in Hamburg, and it's just a wonderful thing to have that back. If I didn't have a glass of wine in my hand or a keyboard in the other doing this grid, you would see me carrying that pen everywhere. It's like my staff. If I just had an orb to go with it, right? My scepter, my orb, but not to convey or confer any majestic principles upon myself, but it was just fabulous to get it back yesterday. I was so out of it, didn't even realize it was sitting by my door. So glad to have it back. So glad to be back, and it feels great. And today, I got a 2017 Medoc, and I got this at the wine store yesterday, and the whole thing just had me written all over it. It's just a fabulous wine. This is a Cru Bourgeois. This is a Chateau Le Bordeaux, and again it just had me written all over it. I loved the label. It was just so authentic and vintage looking, and on the nose, it is just very, very French in every detail. It's got the minerality. You just know it feels French. It's got that bold cassis in it and some blueberry. It's got a little bit of a dance between maybe some cherries and some black stone fruit, some vanilla, some oak, and a touch of tobacco, and it's just wonderful. On the palate, it's bold and only slightly tannic. The acids kind of reduce that. It's very dry, it's very pleasurable, and I would tell you that this would probably go with just about anything you wanted it to go with. Because of the tannins being so subdued, this is a good one. If you get your hands on a bottle, it would be fabulous with anything, though I would recommend poultry or pork, perhaps lamb, but you could eat a hamburger and chase it with this wine and it would be just fine. So again, I'm just tickled to be back. Let's hop into our grid and see what we got. So we have a Cryptic Crossword number 29671 by Carpathian. It's funny, I did yesterday's grid and actually got all the way through it, sitting in the waiting room, waiting on them to torture me. So let's see what we've got. Okay, carefully. So heaven is found in March. 8 letters, going with heaven. Let's see if we can fit paradise in here and see if I can make heads or tails of it later. Pack. Carried drug to festival. Deftly remove odd pieces of jambalaya. Okay, so remove odd pieces of jambalaya. We're eating Creole, are we today, huh? So odd pieces, I'm assuming the A, the B, the L, and the Y. So maybe F, deftly would be ably. I think I got that one. Feels good anyway. We'll see. Reluctant to exert oneself, putting axis in place. Well, I mean, reluctant to exert oneself, maybe lazy. Okay. Okay, pack carried drug to festival. No, come on, quit moving around. Supports couples. 6 letters, and supports and couples are braces, so maybe a double definition. Okay, so mollusk lifts cute waving horns at first. Mollusk with a C and 10 letters. Well, if we can't figure it out, I think it could be a cuttlefish. Driller of Hollow is finally spent. Driller of Hollow. I don't know. Maybe dentist. How that works, but I do have this T here, so now I'm thinking I do have a cuttlefish. This might be one of those where I just don't understand how I'm getting to these, other than the fact that they just meet the half of the clue that's the definition. Love unaltered in spring. Love unaltered in spring. A spring could be an oasis, but love unaltered. I'll try oasis. It's not much fun though if I can't put it all together. Okay. Displace happy Aussie native over time. Complete halt for period in the U.S. So a period in the U.S. I've seen something along these lines before in The Guardian. A complete halt. Period in the U.S. Okay, so a period in the U.S. is a full stop in the U.K. And displace happy Aussie native over time. Favorite prince quotation. Okay, well, let's see. Ridicule, it arises unexpectedly. Well, with that ST and then that S at the end, maybe satirizes. So, E. So favorite prince quotation. Favorite, and then a prince quotation. A favorite could be a preference, and the prince quotation could be a reference with the P to the prince. Critics pan nerd clutching tool. Okay. Charms enclosed by hotel workers. charms. So, enclosed by hotel workers. Enclosed charms. Hotel workers. So charms could be to enchant. So enchants, but enclosed chance, and then we have our workers here, ants. It doesn't feel like I'm stretching that too much either. Rob's coat. Okay, so maybe a double definition. We could have ourselves a fleece. And so, critics, pan nerd clutching tool. Again, I'm not going to get the whole thing, but I think this could be a spanner. Nail conservative principle. Nail and then a conservative principle. Conservative principle could be a claw, and that is also a nail. This looks kind of a double definition. Repress expression of surprise by king. Okay. On fire and irate about women of letters. Lit, irate, literati. So then here to repress could be to cork. So repress, expression of surprise. So just expression of surprise by king. Don't y'all say core or something? And then a king. I don't know. Limited penalty, limiting appeal. So limited could be finite. A penalty could be a fine. How that's limiting appeal, I don't know. These are things that I think I'll get better at time. I feel like I'm making progress as it is, though. I mean, little by little, a little bit of progress here and there is not hurting a thing, but I don't know. Okay, where are we at? Oh, get the right mouse here. Sense clarity. Sense clarity. Easy to read stage direction involving one boy leaving initially. Easy to read could be legible. And if we're talking about a stagehand, it could be a leg. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. Granny's disputed profits. Out of date, book excited. What's on this one? Opening greeting by you and I. Opening greeting by you and I. Okay, so then this could be a hiatus. And that makes sense because you could have a hi and then the us, so hi at us. You think? Finds extra strangely spellbound. Keep prisoner present. Oscar for each adult musical drama. Now, the musical drama is an opera, among other things, for each adult. Oscar for each adult. So an Oscar's NATO alphabet for O. Oscar per adult with the A, maybe? Pat returning. Say grand to scoundrel. Oh. Scoundrel. 3 and 3. I'm gonna go with a bad egg. I don't have anything. Granny's distributed. Finds extra strangely. Spellbound could be transfixed. Oh, come on now. Sense, clarity. Oh, maybe a definition. So a double definition. So definition. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Keep prisoner present. Keep could be to conserve. Prisoner present. Serve. Okay. Out of date, book excited. This could be belated. Though in Yank English we would say, oh, what have I done? I just do crap like this. We would use belated as late. Happy belated birthday. In other words, I forgot. Mea culpa. So, Granny's distributed profits. I don't know about Granny's distributed, but profits could be earnings. And now I gotta figure out what this is over here. Pack carried drug to festival. It looks like a jamboree to me. But I could see the festival being a music festival. That could be a jam. Bore. So carried a drug and the E at the end. I don't know. Ecstasy. I don't know. The fact that I finished it, even if it's wrong, makes me happy. Let's check it all real quick. See. Oh, did I even do this here? Oh, I guess I didn't even finish yet. Oh, okay. Displace happy Aussie native over time. This looks like uproot. So a Roo could be an Aussie native who's up. And then the T could be there for time. All right, so let's try this again. I guess I should pay better attention. Let's do it again. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong. Oh, sorry. Okay, you know, according to this, I may have done okay. But until I get to where I understand the whole clue and answer combination right, I'm not going to feel successful. And that may be years, according to Musty MC. Neil, I think you got a point. If you're still digging around, you know, after as long as you and I have been alive, and you've been doing this a lot longer than me, if you're still digging for these answers, then maybe it's a lifelong thing. But what I do want to say is well done, Carpathian. Fantastic grid, very clever. It was a real pleasure to do this today. I felt like I was more or less on top of it the whole way through, but again, it wasn't because I was able to read these clues. You know, they're just so cleverly written. But very well done. And so to you, Carpathian, to the setter, cheers. Let's bring down our Benny Dadu. And again, I want to say thank you and hello to all of the new subscribers. It seems like every day we're getting tens upon tens of new subscribers. And so I don't know if we just hit a nerve somewhere or what we did, but I'm really happy to see the group is growing. If you're new to our little village of cruciverbalists, well, welcome. Man, we just love having you here. You'll find that this community is extremely kind, very warm, extremely intelligent, and very giving of knowledge and willingness to share. There's no snarky anything going on. No one does anything other than try to be supportive, and that's one of the things I love about this so much. It just happened on a whim that we even created the channel to begin with, and now it's not my channel, it's our community, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it. I'm so glad that we were all here. From those of you who've been here from the beginning to those of you who just joined us, thank you. So glad to have you. Until we see you again next time, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well out there, take care of yourselves, and try to be nice to the person behind you in line. Be well. Cheers.